Okay, welcome everybody. It's Dean Holland here, and I am incredibly excited to have this very special guy on this very special interview here today. So just before I actually formally introduce you, Ontarian, I just want to let everybody know why we're kind of doing this. So I am the CEO and founder of Internet Profits, and specifically what we're going to be speaking about here today is our Internet Profits Certified Partnership. And so the person, Ontarian, that I'm actually got with me here today is somebody that's only really been with us a few months, but has very quickly caught my attention. You know, I love to see people taking action, getting results, and it obviously captures my attention when I see it happening. And so when I see these numbers coming through and I notice like, wow, who are these people we're paying all this money to in commissions? And obviously, Ontarian, you, of course, grabbed my attention very, very quickly. So thank you for actually giving up your time to come here and share some of this stuff with us all today. And I guess let's kick this off, really. Do you just want to tell anybody that hasn't yet come across you or your business, do you want to just tell us a bit about yourself and introduce yourself to the viewers?
Definitely, Dean. Thanks for having me, brother. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to be here with you today. So, yes.
Thank you.
My name is Ontarian Hawkins, of course. I am from Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's where I reside at now. Grew up here. Grew up in a diversified home. And what I mean by that is I didn't have both of my parents in the same household. It was me, my mom. I had my aunt, my grandma, and a slew of cousins. So it was a bunch of us in the household. So I grew up, though, in an athletic family, played all types of sports, football, wrestled, did some martial arts later on, basketball, you name it. I was out there doing it if it was competitive. So I grew up with a competitive nature, and that was kind of instilled in me.
Right.
One of the main things that I remember growing up was I was a chubby kid. I remember, believe this or not, Dean, I used to sit in the refrigerator.
Right.
As a kid. My grandpa would wake up at night, and I guess he was thirsty or something, and he'll find me sitting at the bottom of the refrigerator. So I like to tell people those stories. But I remember my uncle in particular used to always tease me about my weight. And this picture of him coming into the house one day, and he said, "Hey, get up." He said, "Get your fat butt up and let's see how much you weigh today." You know, just teasing me. And
right.
from that point on, I had a complex about my weight. The other thing that I remember vividly is my mom, and we're going to probably roll into this as we talk about the entrepreneurship side, but my mom, every time we would go shopping at the grocery store, every time we would go, you know, if I had to go school shopping, and the time that when it was time for her to pay money to buy those things, I remember her always pulling out a yellow envelope, not that big, just, you know, a regular letter envelope.
Right.
And I would look at her face, and it was a face of despair. I would never forget it, a face of despair, letting it triggered in my mind that she didn't have enough. And that was printed in my mind, and that's you know, how we are where we are today for myself. But that was vivid. Those two events was vivid in my mind: the self-image about my weight, and then the not enough, you know, as far as monetary goes. So that was the culture in our household. I didn't go without food. I didn't go without anything, clothing. I had shelter. I had the basics, but I can tell in that atmosphere it just wasn't enough a lot of times. There'd be times when I come home and the lights were off, the gas was off, you know, stuff like that. So I knew there was a point in time where we didn't have enough. But in the end, I was thankful because I grew up in their environment. I had love. That was the main thing that I had. I had love from my family, and that's priceless. Exactly. So that's a little bit about my story and where I come from.
Yeah, no, that's awesome to hear. That, you know, just listening to you there, actually, there's many, like our stories are not identical by any means there, but, you know, like for myself as well, I think it's probably the same for a lot of people. It's the experiences that we have earlier on in life that have instilled certain qualities. So I guess it's kind of quite obvious, but I kind of was going to ask, like, what is it then kind of that brought you to becoming an entrepreneur? I mean, I guess in one respect, we could say, you know, a lot of people have had similar upbringings and have gone without or not always had enough in their childhood. But, you know, only a small percentage go into entrepreneurship. You know, a lot of people just go into full-time jobs. So what is it that actually got you to actually becoming an entrepreneur then?
Yeah. So, and you're right about that. You know, I worked a job. I used to work a job years ago. And what really got me was when I went to college and something in my mind hit me. It was actually my curiosity. Now, I had flashbacks of what happened with my mom as she would go to pay for things, that yellow envelope that is so vivid in my mind. So in college, I remember to this day, I was in the computer lab at college doing some homework, and a thought came to my mind which was, do people really make money online? That was my curiosity question to myself. Do people really make? I just kind of paused my assignment, and I went on this quest to see if it really was true. I started Googling things, how to make money online and work from home, and to my, you know, unbeknownst to myself, as I pulled up these images, people on a beach with their laptops and, you know, flash. I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real. You know, so as I dug further into it, I found that it was real. And I told myself that I was going to go on a quest to become an entrepreneur. Now, I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew the internet was going to be a good fit for that because of leverage. And I understood leverage because when I was working a job, my thoughts a lot of times, and I didn't feel comfortable working a job. That's the thing. I wasn't comfortable working a job. I would always have this structure of CEO at the top and everybody else at the bottom collecting pennies while the CEO is leveraging all the efforts of everyone else at the bottom of the chain. So to me, I was like, well, if they can do it, I can become my own CEO.
Right.
So this quest led me into network marketing, and, you know, I did several network marketing companies in and out of them because a lot of people couldn't duplicate, you know, success I was having. So in 2008 is when I made my quest to the internet, because in my early years of entrepreneurship, I was the hunter. In 2008, I decided to learn how to be the hunted. And that's what we are today.
Yeah, that is awesome. And just out of interest, when you first got into online marketing then, did things go well straight away, or was there a learning curve? Like, share that with me.
Big learning curve, brother. I'll tell you what, people think that you come online and you're going to have overnight success, then they got another thing coming. It's like anything else. You know, people that, for example, you go through college for 4 years, is it going to be a pie in the sky deal? Is it going to be a smooth road? No, you're going to have ups and downs. Maybe you're going to drop out like I was. I'm a college dropout. I didn't finish school, you know? So you're going to have those ups and downs. Same thing when it comes to the internet. There's going to be learning curves. I taught myself a lot of stuff, but I still failed in a lot of stuff. I'm still learning today a lot of things. So there's the difference between then and now is I've learned from my mistakes, and I've learned how to be consistent. Those are the two things. I've learned from my mistakes, and I've learned how to be consistent. And no matter what comes my way, obstacles or whatever, that just gives me more fuel to the fire, so to speak, to work even harder. And that's always been my mindset.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And just out of interest, I'm just curious to see, I'm sure this would help a lot of people watching as well. You mentioned mistakes there. What would you think if you could go back to those earlier stages? Because I'm guessing we're going to have a lot of people watching this that probably have been trying for some time. You know, maybe they have been going a year, 2 years, maybe more, and they're still struggling. They're not seeing those results. So what would you say some of the, like maybe 1 or 2 big mistakes that you made that now looking back, you think, I wish somebody would have just told me about that. You know, I wish somebody would have steered me away from that mistake.
Well, you know, one of the main things, just being impatient. And a lot of times where impatience comes in, that is you're spending too much money that you need to be spending. And what happens is, you know, for me, back when I first got started, I was around the wrong information and the wrong people.
Right.
My mistake was I started listening to those wrong mistakes and those wrong people. So the key for me now is I've surrounded myself with the right individuals who are thinking along the same pathway as I am. And it helps me to stay focused and continue on that path. And the other thing is education. I'm big about education, getting the right education, getting the right mentors, because without that education, without the right mentors, you're going to be left in the dust. You're going to be left in the dust. Everything out there, and I did a video about this before, everything that glitters is not gold. So something may feel good, something may look good, but it's not good until you do your research. So doing your research is vital before you take a chance or take a step into entrepreneurship or anything like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's great to actually hear you say that, because I think if I were to answer the same question, I'd give pretty much the same answer. And I think this is a huge thing for, I think, anybody that is watching this and they're not yet seeing the results. Like, I could definitely go back, 2004, 2008 was me, 4 years not making a single sale online. And one of my big mistakes as well, similar, I took the wrong advice from the wrong people. Like, everybody, the problem with the internet is everybody has the right to say on social media whatever they want to say. They can give their opinions. Everybody can give advice. But the problem is people are taking the wrong people's advice, I feel, in this industry too much. And the right piece of advice can change your life, but the wrong piece of advice can be very damaging, and I think that's something that so many people have to be careful of. I think you've just said it there, mentors, the right people, the right advice. So it's great to hear you say that. So what I probably want to shift now to, it's great hearing, what got you to entrepreneurship and got you to realize all of this stuff online. So let's now look at, so when did things start actually happening for you? So I think, did you say there was 2008 when you first got into it?
Right. 2008 was when I came online, and I came online because I wanted to learn how to leverage the internet.
Right.
I knew the internet reaches all across the world, and I can sit in my little space every day and talk to everyone, reach the whole world, and do a little bit of work hard for a little bit of time, and then let that business just work for you 24/7. That was fascinating to me. Yeah. So when I came online, when I came online, I had two mentors. I ran into the right mentors. And then it took me 3 years to find out what a sales funnel was, how real businesses really work. 3 years. I tell people that all the time. I said, people who join me now, I'm giving them the right information if they're making money out of the gate. And I tell them, I said, you know what? You're very privileged. You're very lucky to have into me, because I've already made the mistakes that you're not going to make if you follow my lead,
Exactly.
So, but I mean, 2008 was when I came on. It took me about 2.5 years to really find my groove. So you add another 2 years on top of my failure and ups and downs, 5-6 years to see some type of success. Right. So it wasn't overnight. So probably about 3 years ago is when everything started to go in my favor, Right. And the great thing is and I'm glad I did not give up. I could have gave up years ago and say, you know what, I'm just going to go back, work a job. This is not working, which a lot of people do. A lot of people tell me straight up, they say, you know what, Ontarian, this is not for me. I'll just go back to work. I feel so bad when they say that. Yeah. It's not a good feeling to me. So I'm out there trying to motivate and inspire every day. And that's my mission every day.
Yeah, that is awesome. And funny enough, so you've just mentioned sales funnels. So my company's mission here at Internet Profits, we're actually working towards, we want to impact the lives of 100,000 people by helping them to start and grow their businesses using the internet. And as you know, Ontarian, the way in which we do that and the way in which we sell our products and reach people to help us on that mission is through using sales funnels. So I guess that kind of brings us nicely, really, to what I want to talk about now, and that is what happened when you actually joined our certified partner program. So just for anybody that's watching this that doesn't know what that is yet, basically, I've built, a whole collection of incredible products, from entry-level products, $5, $10 products, all the way through to our premium products, which run into the, 10,000, multiple tens of thousands as we grow this company. that basically help people to start and grow their business. Now, one of the biggest problems that people essentially have when they get started in the earlier stages, as you know, Ontarian, is they don't have their own products. So people need products to sell. And as the internet has evolved and traffic costs and things go up, you need to have a range of products, which is where the sales funnel comes in. So what we actually do in our certified partner program is we provide done for you sales funnels. So we literally say, here's all of my products, here's all of my sales funnels. Let's teach you how to get people into them, and then we will just keep making you money from those people that you send in. So you, Ontarian, are obviously one of our certified partners. And that's what I want to talk about here now. Now we've given an introduction and we've understood what you've gone through to get to this stage. Let's now talk about what's been happening in the last few months since you actually joined our partner program. So just before we actually talk about the results and how amazing everything's been going for you, from your perspective, what is it that caused you to join us? What is it that, because obviously, there's an investment of thousands of dollars to actually join and to get all of this done for you. So what was it for yourself that made you look at this and say, that's something that's going to help me build my business?
Well, I'll tell you what, Dean, this system, and I'm a systems guy. So, and I forgot to mention this before, as I studied marketing coming in 2008, and I studied the internet, I also studied big businesses like McDonald's. I studied Walmart. I actually went through their funnels.
Right.
I said, this is a real life sales funnel. Walmart, you walk through Walmart, where's the milk and eggs? It's at the back of the store. Why they put it back there? Because they want you to walk through their sales funnel. It's marketing psychology. So marketing psychology was something that really fascinates me to this day. How those aspects make people react to the stimuli. So IPRO, when it came about, first of all, I didn't know about your business until one of my other business partners told me. I didn't know you've been out. I've been online for a while. I can't believe I didn't hear about IPRO. But long story short, when I saw it and I started going back and looking at the funnels that you put together, and found out that you guys follow up for us. You sift, sort, and sell, and you upsell, and you do all this. And I was thinking to myself, I built my funnels and my follow-up letters myself. You mean I can drive traffic here and have them do everything? It was a no-brainer, Dean. It was a no-brainer, my man. So I said, well, let me just test it out. Let me craft. I did craft a simple funnel that I built myself. I'm collecting the leads, and then I send them to you guys, the quiz funnel.
Right.
That's my most high converting funnel to date. I'm telling you, that's a powerful funnel. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, I said these commissions are coming in left and right. So when I found that, and I love passive income because that's my niche. So when I found out it's done for you, people love to hear done for you. Right. When I found it was done for you, and I saw the value that you have in here, the education, which I'm huge on. I saw that not only that, but a person can come in here and be a franchisee and purchase the rights to promote this, and all you got to do is get traffic to it. It was a no-brainer for me. Not only that, when I found out that when I brought a few other people in who's never made a dime online, I told them just send traffic to it, and they make sales. I knew it was a win-win situation. Then I just turned it up from there. I turned it up from there. So
nice. Well, that's great to hear. I love to hear what it was that made people join us. So this is what I set out to build. We built this 3 years ago to give, like you've just said there, people that you've been able to introduce to the opportunity that have never made money in perhaps years of trying before, and very quickly they can get results with us. That's what I set out to do, to create something that the average person could finally see success with and have a business. So that is awesome. So I don't know if you mind sharing this, or even if you've got the figures, but as I said in the introduction, you've not been with us too long really yet, to be honest, just a few months. But do you happen to have your numbers to hand as to the results that you've gotten in the last few months since you got started?
Yeah, I looked at it. It was a little over 31,000 so far.
Nice. And what was your? I think I remember signing off the payouts. Was that like was this month you got like $8,000 in the last 30 days, I think, paid out?
Yeah,
Somewhere around
it was close to 8K. It was about 7,600 and some change.
Awesome. That is awesome. Out of interest, how much time would you say you actually spend driving the traffic to get those results? Do you know, roughly, like approximately?
A click of a button, Dean. I just bought some more clicks this past Friday. Took me probably 30 seconds.
Oh,
so,
right. Okay. So it's not like a full-time job, just full-time money.
There you go. And that's what I'm trying to drive. That's what I'm trying to drive in people's heads on my video. And if you see the system for what it is, it's amazing. It's amazing. And if I do spend time on it, maybe an hour a week, maybe, because that's because of my video. I make a video about it.
Right.
Make the video, download it, upload it to YouTube, share it, vice versa. So maybe an hour a week, but minimum 30 seconds to be.
That is amazing. So just have it, because I know that traffic's actually an area that people struggle with. Like, even though we've got all these done for you systems and we teach people how to get those clicks and traffic, but you'll know as well as I do, there's still some people, because they've tried and struggled in the past, that they'll look at it and say, well, I've never been able to get traffic. So do you mind just sharing like one way, like you've just said there, it takes you 30 seconds to go buy some clicks. What is the method that you're using? Because it sounds like something that anybody could probably do. So do you mind sharing that?
Sure. Well, here's what I was taught when I came online in 2008. I spent about 2 years with my mentors. Both of them were marketing fanatics in a good way, and both understood marketing psychology. So what I learned from them was the idea of attraction marketing. So basically, attraction marketing is where and Dean, you mentioned this before, where you are a step above your prospect. Your prospect looks at you as an authority figure, a leader in the field that brings a lot of value to the industry. I like to put it like this: think of your favorite movie star, your favorite actor or actress, your favorite songwriter or musician. Why do you like them? What draws you to them? It's their story. All right. It's their story. It's the energy they bring to the world. And all they're doing is putting their story and their passion together and making something beautiful. And that's all I'm doing. I'm putting my story to the mix, and putting my knowledge to the mix and making something beautiful that people understand. So attraction marketing, and I use everything on the internet for attraction marketing. Of course, videos, blogging, Facebook, really connecting with people and really giving value and helping them in the process.
Yeah, that is awesome. And as well, it kind of comes back to what you were saying earlier. You learn to leverage, and that's what you're doing there as well with the attraction marketing, right? So it's, I push this all the time, and I want anybody watching this to be clear, because you've just said a couple of gold things. Is like, your prospects or anybody that's looking at us or you or anybody watching this, if you've got friends on Facebook or whatever, you only have to be that one small step ahead. You only have to learn one small thing that they do not yet know.
Right.
And you can pass that on because you've learned it. Like, I see you do an incredible job of this, Ontarian. This is what you've just been getting at there. And this is why I'm so impressed. I'm so excited to see. I think you're just scratching the surface of what you're going to achieve. I'm so excited for it, because I see you doing what so many people fail to do, and that's actually putting in the effort to leverage what you're doing. So like, I saw, you just got the 7,500 books or so commissions this month. You were on Facebook within like 60 minutes. Like, look at what I've done. Here's how it's happening. If anyone's interested, get in contact or leave a comment. And I just see people flocking to you because they want to know what you know. They want to learn how you've done what you've done. And so that initiates that conversation. I think there isn't a single person watching or listening to this that couldn't make a Facebook post saying, this is what I've just learned. Here it is. Anybody can do that. You just have to be willing to take those steps. So it's incredibly impressive, the results you get with, and I don't mean to downplay this, but the strategy you have is not complex.
That's
you
right.
haven't created a process that's like, well, I'm the only person that can do this. You created something that anybody could implement themselves. And that's what is insane. You're earning $8,000 a month right now, doing something that anybody could do as long as they're willing to put in like what, I mean, heck, if somebody's willing to put in 2 hours a day, you said it took you 30 seconds. If somebody's willing to put in part-time hours, they could do this. So it's just incredible. I just want to ask as well, obviously, you know, it's a sizable amount of money, especially you've only been doing this like a few months, you know, to be earning $8,000 a month from this alone. What difference does that make? You know, we spoke about, if we look back to what you've already discussed in this call, you know, those days where you realize that, you know, you didn't go without, but you realized you're in a family that could have done with more. You know, if they had more, things might have been more comfortable. And now you fast forward what's not a lifetime of years, just a small amount of years, really. And here we are talking as if like, oh, you just got $7,500 this month. Or, oh, you made $31,000 in the last few months with this alone. Like, what's that done, really? Like, honestly, what's that done?
It's been a huge blessing, brother. I'll tell you what, you know, having those figures, you know, come in like that is life changing, you know, extra. And I was set out when I first started this journey. I told myself, you know what, an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month would do me well. You know, I could walk away from my day job.
Right.
But here's the deal. The secret behind it, what you just hit on again, is I want to show people how to do it. So I'm going to basically exponentiate the process. In other words, what I make and what I show on paper, on Facebook and vice versa, I'm going to plaster it all over the internet, let people know I'm an average college dropout, really no education in this world, that, you know, people look down on people that don't have, a lot of people look down on people that, oh, you don't have a degree. Well, you know, what are you doing? You know, so it's life changing. Documentation beats conversation. I can go back and show my family. I can go back and show my friends, hey, you don't have to work the rest of your life. Now I have the keys to I have the education, I have the experience to help you change your life. And that's what it really does for me. The money itself is great, but when I can show other people how to do the same thing, that's even more exciting to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. You know, I just love, you know, see, just on a selfish reason, I know a lot of people are watching this as well, but this is exactly why I did this, you know, why I built this system. And so to hear what it's done for you and to hear that, you know, you're excited to share this message with others as well, because at the end of the day, you're helping me achieve our mission as a company, you know, my personal mission. And I appreciate you for helping spread that. And the fact it's changing your life and made a difference is a blessing for us both. So it's just incredible to hear. I want to thank you for that personally for me as well. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. So I just want to kind of summarize here for anybody listening, because I know, you know, we've shared quite a bit of stuff. So ultimately, because I'm just so impressed with how simple you've kept it. And that's what I really just want to make sure everybody else listening to this and watching grasps. So you've got the done for you sales funnels. So you've got the products, you've got the sales funnels, you've got my team that do the selling as well. You're focused purely on driving traffic in. So you're getting some clicks, then you're doing attraction marketing. So you're basically just sharing what it is that you're doing and the results you're getting. And obviously other people that want to have a full-time income online are saying, wow, look at Ontarian, look at the results he's getting. How are you doing that? They're asking you what it is that you're doing. And then you're just simply showing them, well, this is the system I'm using and this is the training I'm following. So if you follow what I say and you follow those steps, then there's no reason they can't do the same. So is there just so everybody's clear on this, because sometimes people say, yeah, but what's the secret? What are you missing out? Is there anything else, or is that exactly what you're doing to have made $31,000 in the last few months with us?
That's exactly what I'm doing, Dean. It's no secret, folks. It's no secret. The secret is to get out of your own way. The secret is to get out of your own way. You are your worst competition. You are your worst competition. There is no competition. And when I came online, that's, you know, you see all these people, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on Facebook. You just go all these videos. Oh, how they're able to do that. It's amazing. The only competition is you. You have to get out of your own way. That is the underlying secret right there. And once you get out of your own way, and once you realize there's no competition, then you just hit the ground running. I've gotten to a point now in my business, my momentum is so high that if I go 48 hours or more without doing a video or some type of content, I don't feel right. So I've gotten to a point now where I have to get out there and consistently work my business. And that's just bringing the overflow. I had to hire an assistant a few months ago to help me with the overflow. That's how good it's gotten.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And the other secret is develop a plan, okay? I was taught to do 90-day increments of marketing. Find one paid source and one free source and master both of those 90 days increments. So if you want to learn YouTube, do a YouTube video for 90 days. I guarantee you after the 21st or 30th day, you will have created a new habit in your life.
Right.
It's just going to snowball. Every person that's come to me, business partners that I told them to do videos, they are having great success, especially when they kept with it. They're having great success. So it works. It works.
Yeah, that is incredible. I've got to say, I'm sure everybody else feels this that's going to be watching as well, but I'm incredibly, inspired, motivated just listening to your story. You put in the work, you committed, and you it's paying off. You're seeing the results. So look, I appreciate all of your time. So just one final question. I'm sure we're going to have a ton of people watching this that are perhaps considering doing the partner program as well. So for anybody that's looking into this or anybody that's considering it, obviously it wasn't too long ago when you were in that same position. You first discovered it. You were considering it yourself. Now, having been on a few months down the line, what would you say to anybody that's at that start thinking about doing this with us?
Well, I'll tell you what, from what I've experienced up to now, it's a no-brainer. So if you're looking at this, and I'm pretty sure what we've said to you now is going to help, it's going to excite you. It should inspire and motivate you to make a change. And what I want you to think about is think about your family. Think about your legacy. What are you going to pass down to your children? The thing about it, the jobs these days are getting scarce. Technology is taking over. And, now you have to rise above circumstances. So don't second guess yourself. Get involved. The system is done for you. You don't have to design websites. You don't have to design none of that stuff. You even have a sales support team on the back end that's ready to go to bat for you. Mm-hmm. So it's a no-brainer. Get started. Don't think about it. And I guarantee you it's going to be the best decision of your life. Take action. Those who take action will always reap the rewards, guaranteed.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And thank you very much for sharing all of this. So guys, if you're watching this, you've heard Ontarian's story from himself. It has been incredibly inspirational, incredibly motivating. And I think he said something incredibly powerful earlier, and that's generally the only one that's in your way is you. So right now, if you're watching this and you're potentially looking at the partner program with us, let's have a chat about it. You've heard the story from Ontarian, and we have hundreds of people that share a similar story, have gone from struggle to success. Because as Ontarians just said, we've got everything done for you. We've got the systems. We can teach you, train you, coach you, and support you. So let's get you moving on this. Let's make it happen. Let's start building your business. Ontarian, can I just say, it has been amazing. Thank you very much for sharing this time with me, sharing all of this. You, my brother, are the reason I created this, for people like you that just want to change their lives with a business. We built the system to do it, and it's just incredibly grateful from my perspective to see you use it and leverage it to change and make an impact in your life. So thank you very much for sharing all of this, brother.
Yes. Anytime, brother. Thank you for having me on, and I'm looking forward to turning this up to another level. So guys, don't wait. Time to get started right now.
That's it. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I look forward to speaking to you soon.